Weather alert for you tonight, this time in southern Utah. March coming in like a lion with heavy snow covering parts of the iconic Red Rock landscape.
Today's storm left its mark from Bryce Canyon all the way to St. George, bringing snow, ice, and rain, depending on what areas you were in.
You name it, right? News specialist Courtney Orton live for us in a very wet St. George tonight, tracking the impacts of all this rain and snow. Courtney?
Yeah, there was some rain, there was some snow, and believe it or not, at this hour, even some slivers of that famous blue sky that St. George is known for. The weather did have some impact, but not much on day-to-day life here. Everyone, though, is hoping that it will have a huge impact on this desert's deep drought.
Just been getting storm after storm after storm after storm.
It's not every day we see a dusting of white on the red rocks of southern Utah, but there is a certain level of excitement when rain and or snow hit the ground. And even more exciting when it's more frequent than not.
Last summer we had a very good monsoonal season down here in the southern part of the state where our soils absorbed that water.
Water officials pay very close attention to snow water equivalent percentages across the state. That's the depth of water that would cover the ground if all of the snow was liquid. Right now, that number is more than 200% for this area.
So those numbers are exactly right where we want. So the soils have quite a bit of moisture in it. And so when the snow melts, the snow and the water won't run into the soils, they'll actually run off into the streams. And that's where we want to see it go.
A good, slow snow melt is best case scenario. And water officials say if that happens, there should be no problem filling up our reservoirs and then some.
Knowing where the soil moisture content is, we know that the majority of that water then in that snowpack will actually run off and we'll be able to capture that and put it in the reservoirs.
When Utah gets more water than usual, something very special happens at Gunlock, a reservoir 15 miles northwest of St. George. It overflows its banks and unleashes the rare Gunlock Falls. Water officials anticipate that happening this year.
So this year's a great year, but I don't know what's going to happen this summer. I don't know what's going to happen next winter. And that's just it. When we fill up our reservoirs, we can continue to store that water in our reservoirs for multiple years.
So while all of this moisture is really great, water officials are still emphasizing water conservation. They say no watering yet. That won't happen for a little while here. Keep off your sprinkler systems and take the opportunity to check and make sure that they are in good repair and don't have any leaks. In St. George, Courtney Orton.
Yeah, careful if you go to Gunlock too. Those waters can get crazy. Courtney, thank you.